there's a 100% chance of a laugh thunderstorm. Four men with different viewpoints take a movie, show, or documentary and review it uncensored, unfiltered, uncompromised, with no holds barred. Join BS3, Wilkes, King Doc, and H-Rap B as they take on Hollywood their own way. BS3 Network proudly presents the Fourcast, where H-Rap B always predicts,
if I owe you something, I ain't got it. And if you need it, get it from God.
live every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
Welcome back to another episode of the Fourcast. We are getting closer to the actual forecast. All right, we are one member away. Doc should be coming back soon. But welcome back to another episode of the Fourcast. Myself, Wilkes, and A-Trap in the building. You already seen the graphic, so you know what we got on tap for tonight. If you have not seen this, it's been out for a minute, so we can get into it. We can get in right into the nitty gritty of all of this. But Sean Combs, The Reckoning, executive produced by 50 Cent. So we definitely gonna get into this tonight, man. A lot to unpack. Excuse my voice, a little bit under the weather, but glad to be back on tonight. And thanks to the recommendation of A-Trap, I wasn't really gonna watch it. So appreciate it. I
wasn't either, because I'm tired of hearing about Diddy. It's like, geez.
Yeah.
Sick of this.
And kind of initial thoughts, and I'll kick it off. I honestly was like, if this is 50 Cent, it's gonna be some like over the top, just making fun of Diddy. That's what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be more comedy. It was gonna be
I didn't get that from the first episode. I started it. I was just kind of like, this is how it's going. Now I didn't care for the filler, like episode 2, because I'm just like, man, we done been down this road. The Pac, Biggie, all that. I'm like, oh my gosh, jeez, I get it. But yeah, no, he crazy, man. He should have threw that dude under the earth, man.
Yeah. And A-Trap said, like, man, watching this, your mouth is gonna drop. And you was right. Erica at first didn't want to watch it, then we started watching it. She was like, okay, this is actually giving you a backstory information, sharing a lot of things as to why this dude is how he is. So, and A-Trap, initial thoughts.
My initial thoughts before I turned it on, I'm as much like you. I was like, I had enough of this. I thought it was a revenge tour from Curtis. I still feel that way.
Oh, absolutely.
But I'm more disappointed in the industry itself than in Sean Combs. Sean Combs is Frankenstein. He's not the monster. He's the Frankenstein monster, not Dr. Frankenstein. And I think people are missing the fact that we should be unpacking the entertainment industry, because Sean is in jail for 5.5 years, for the next 3.5 years or whatever what done. But Harvey Weinstein, he got life.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the real monsters in this thing. But it is indicative of my next episode. Them asses. The masses, them asses.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
And I think the other part of this is there was a lot of people along the road that are now talking, that seen all this stuff that was going on. A lot of these people had an opportunity to say something, and they didn't. So, which is in everything. You got enablers, people around you that'll just allow things to happen because they're getting paid, because it's helping to build their career. So why do I need to say something? Because it's not going to affect me. I'm not the one getting beat. I'm not the one getting money stolen from me. Yeah. So, yeah.
Right.
And I think one of the biggest surprises out of this whole thing was Eric Sermon was in this. When I seen his face pop up, I'm like, what type of connection do they have?
Yeah.
Which obviously it kind of talked into his ex-girlfriend, which Diddy just one of those people. I'm not surprised about that at all. Just one of those people, like, if I can't have you, nobody can have you type situation. And if I see something I want, I'm gonna try to go after it.
Yeah.
But a 4-part series. I thought, all right, how you gonna drag this for four parts? But it really, I mean, it dived into a lot. Now, obviously, we know the Bad Boy and the upbringing and how Bad Boy got started, but then they also talked about the Uptown with Heavy D. I'll be sure. I didn't know Uptown Records was that major, like a major player on the scene. Give me your thoughts on that, A-Trap, and that kind of era.
I mean, see, like this is my window. You know, this is me. Combs is only a year older than me, so I knew this. Uptown, Heavy D, Andre Harrell. You know, Andre was the next guy. Andre was the guy. He was supposed to be hip hop's. He was supposed to be Russell Simmons. He was supposed to be Master P. He was that. But that was before those guys ever came about. So, you know, he was part of a world famous hip hop group, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Most people don't know that. He started off as an artist. So, you know, I remember all these things happening. I remember seeing this in Word Up magazine. I remember seeing this in the Jet and the Ebony. You know, you saw this coming. And I remember they had this one video, Uptown, Uptown, and all the artists came in. It was a video. It was like Wu-Tang Clan before Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
It was just dance. Heavy D came out, then some singers, and it was just like, what is this? But then you found out that's a record label, and it's about to take over, and that's old boy, you know, and you know, because people don't realize Heavy D was. People don't remember how pivotal Heavy D was in hip hop. Heavy D, MC Hammer made hip hop what it is today. Not saying that they were the best, but Hammer made it comfortable for other cultures to enjoy hip hop. Heavy D made it comfortable for your parents to love hip hop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
anybody can listen to it.
Yeah. They was like, you know, like it's this famous line in the song Heavy D. It's in a song called Don't Curse. And Q-Tip even said, because he used to call himself Heavy Dilly D. And he was like, because the Dilly D is the favorite rapper of my mom. So Heavy D was the man. Heavy D was TV friendly. He had personality, he had charisma. He big dude that could move. He dressed nice. So Heavy D made hip hop. It softened hip hop for people. So,
yeah. And then kind of, you know, Diddy's impact on that with Mary J. Blige and Jodeci. So, man, talk about that era, Wilkes. I know that was like, that was, I think, right when we started to kind of get into music, I'll say for me.
Yeah.
But that was like that R&B mixed with hip hop.
Oh, yeah. You had that gangster. It was like gangster love hip hop kind of thing. It was like a hybrid, you know. It was like, I'm still thugging, I'm still gangster, but you know, hey, baby, you know, I got to do what I got to do out here in these streets. But when I come home, you know, I got to lay it down. But then you had you had Mary J on the flip side. It was like she still kind of had that New Jack swing, but she also wanted to be love tender. But the dude wasn't with that. And hey, man, nah, I gotta do what I got. Again, it's like she wants you to come home, but nah, man, I gotta do what I gotta do out here, man. Big for the clubs because the clubs was going crazy at the end of the time. They were jumping off. They was going insane. I mean, you got New Jack Swing coming out. You going to the clubs? I mean, it was big. And Jodeci definitely was a tip of the spear for. I mean, that one album was alone had so many hits, and then what they came followed after that. And then, like I said, Mary J had her thing. So it was crazy. That era was huge. Again, takes me back to what you were getting from a different world, what you were getting from in Living Single. That was the way they dressed. That 90s, that the baggy clothes, the shirt tied around the waist, the latest earrings or what the medallion. I mean, it was huge. It was big. I mean, all that was going crazy. That was a big deal. That's why I said that was like another Renaissance, a second coming of like the Harlem Renaissance or the Black movement. And I think New York definitely harnessed that, and they presented that. But then we had movies. You had, things that were coming out that were great. Wesley was still appreciated. Eddie was doing this thing. You had, then of course you got Boys in the Hood that's coming out. You got South Central coming out.
Yeah.
What's that?
It was a movement.
Society.
Oh yeah. That's why I said it was a movement. It was huge.
Yeah. Yeah, you could just tell how things were changing, and it wasn't just the
Digital Underground, and then Pac was blowing. And he said, like I said, Biggie, and it just kind of went from there. And it was, like I said, it exploded because Biggie started, and back to Heavy D. Heavy D, I think, appeared on A Different World, I think, or it was Martin or something like that.
He did.
Yeah, it was like these guys were so mega. And then, of course, the episode with Biggie popping up on Martin. Snoop Dogg was on there. I mean, things were blowing up at that time. It was a second coming for Black Renaissance. And I hate that I did not get to Harlem when I was in New York. I did not get to Harlem. I did not. And I was just like, not even that. I was like blocks away from her. I could not squeeze everything in. That city definitely needs another run back. I got to get back to New York. But of course, with my camera, I'm trying to snap these pictures out here. But I wanted to see all those things. And like that came to mind because when they were in New York, I thought about some of those places I could get to. I don't want to go off subject, but but this definitely. I mean, seeing these videos and seeing this documentary and what A-Trap was saying about Uptown, Heavy D, how these things were just spearheading, and then the female artists that were coming out, TLC was blowing up the spot. Of course, it was just insane, man. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
And so we know Andre Harrell that really gave Diddy his opportunity because he was, and I'm glad they really touched on, like, Diddy wasn't this hood dude. He wasn't this guy that was a thug. He was in college. He was at Howard. He was, wanting to go to school, but he wanted to get into music, and that's kind of him and Andre Harrell. Now they didn't necessarily touch too far into their relationship. I know it was like he was like a mentor to him, kind of father son type thing. But A-Trap, I don't know, was there any details that they missed?
No,
kind of him.
I mean, that's the story. That's the story that's been told 1,000,005 times. That he became the student, became the teacher, and eventually hired Andre Harrell at Bad Boy.
Oh, wow.
So it was just. It really is not a lot to tell. Basically, Andre gave him his legs in music, and his legs grew into tentacles that could choke folks out. Yeah. I mean, it is absolute power corrupts absolutely. He's the personification of it. Yeah. And it just continues to make, look, man, I'm not trying to let anybody skate with this, and I'll say what I say about the whole documentary a little later. I'm not trying to let anybody skate, and I'm not trying to obfuscate when it comes to his responsibility for his actions. But I continue to go back to, like you said, this is a kid from 147th Street, 110th Street in Harlem, New York. He's from a neighborhood of hustlers, of history, of a lot of things. Where did he see this at? Me and Wilkes talked about this a month ago when we did 1972.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
James Brown and Sly Stone and a lot of other those artists from 1972 were the crash test dummies for crack cocaine. If you took the metric system out of the school system in 1972, how is it that most people in the hood know a kilo is 1,000 grams? And you don't even measure things in grams.
Right.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, how you extrapolate that to Sean Combs and the music industry? What made Sean Combs so devious that he knew that if you planted this is a dude who was a college dropout, and he wasn't a science major. So some of the things that he was doing, somebody taught him and told him, and that's what we're overlooking.
Yeah,
we're looking at his deviant behavior and never ask.
It's a bigger picture.
Right.
It's a bigger picture.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hey, talk amongst yourselves. I got to step away real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, like we mentioned before, it's like it's got to start somewhere. You saw it somewhere. And that's one thing about like when I see this, and like you said, you're not trying to make excuses for anything, but it's like you can't deny the talent that was there, and abuse of power, unfortunately. But those two things can exist.
Mm-hmm.
You can be talented, and you can think you're reaching out and putting people on, but you got demons.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You got stuff you feeding that you're not trying to get. Unfortunately, if you are trying to get help for it, it ain't working, or you ain't trying hard enough, or you can't let that sensation go. Those things can exist.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yes, you must be punished and brought to justice for those things. But like you said, once again, we've talked about it before. Where do you think Hitler learned how to put people in ovens? Stop, man. Stop. Because the last time I checked, you were building smokehouses to put slaves in when they didn't. Okay, all right. Well.
No. Go there.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, let's stop making him out to be such a tyrant when the United States formed on tyranny. Stop. Like, now you want to go to the rescue of a culture, of a people, of a religion. It's just like, stop. This is where he got it from. But now you want to stop him. But you created it.
Yeah.
So it blows my mind where all of a sudden, this is not who we are. This is who the hell we are. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. You don't want to face it. That's just exactly who we are. We're primal humans. And that's what we get when we're uncivil. So stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the biggest things we've learned in this and in most music moguls and most people that have power is that when you get away with it, you just up the ante. Like, okay, if I can get away with videotaping this girl and then playing it on a screen, I'll do it in a different way. I'll just keep upping it until you run out. I mean, the amount of times this dude has been involved in court, in situations, do other people like Shine. I mean, we all know Shine took the fall for the whole situation. He ended up going to jail for 10 years. And then you fast forward in this whole situation I mean, to be honest, he got off easy. This could have went a lot worse.
Yeah.
Especially for him. So,
and I don't hear anybody writing anything. I don't hear them writing anything into their contracts or clauses that if you're an owner of a record label and we sense any kind of misconduct, then we gonna wipe you of everything.
Right. We gonna take it from that don't ever happen.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
They're immune to anything happening to them. And then we seen the famous face in this. A-Trap, you know what I'm about to say. Clive Davis, who kind of gave him the opportunity for Bad Boy with Arista. So, like this, so many movies and films and documentaries we watch with the music industry, that it's all the same when it comes down to it. How can I, the owner, the CEO, whatever you want to call them, how can I make the most money and you work for me and I keep dangling that carrot? And I think probably the saddest story is Craig Mack. I mean, somebody, just the way everything went down, and you know how big, he was with the remix and with everything that he kind of did for the beginning of Bad Boy. Yeah. But talk about Craig Mack and his situation, A-Trap.
Well, see, people think the first time we saw Craig Mack is with Bad Boy. Craig Mack was out in the 80s. But see, this is the beauty. This is the beauty and the destruction of the human mind that we're watching before us on a regular basis. Yeah. They teach us everything is now.
Yep.
Again, this is in reference to my next episode, them asses, the masses. Them asses, the masses. When you follow the masses, you are going to inevitably be wrong. And they teach you everything started with Biggie. They don't even teach you about Craig Mack. How many times have you heard Craig Mack's name before this? Craig Mack got nominated for a Grammy before we ever heard Biggie Smalls.
You don't hear it a lot. They say everything started with Biggie.
Everything
but that ain't true.
That ain't true. It didn't start with Biggie. And people need to realize, I ain't gonna lie to you. I remember when I first heard Juicy, I was like, that's trash. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because the first time I heard Big on his own, because he was on this song with Super Cat. First time I heard it Big on his own was this movie called Who's the Man, which is referencing back to what Wilk said. Ed Lover and Dr. Dre did a movie called Who's the Man. They were police officers. That soundtrack had a song called Party and BS. Yeah. Biggie murdered that song. I remember rapping those lyrics around some dudes who were rappers. They was like, man, I didn't know you rhymed. I was like, dude, that's not me. That's Biggie. That's Taurus B.I. He was Biggie Smalls then, because people don't realize he was originally Biggie Smalls. Some dude took the name and patented it, and he tried to get Puffy across the head for $2 million. And Puffy's like, yeah, okay, we're gonna be Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
But again, everybody focuses on right now. I've been saying this, man, even when you met me, what was I saying on my show? They don't want you looking back, because if you look back at Dr. J, you're going to mess around and find out that Dr. J used to like Muhammad Ali, and Muhammad Ali is connected to Malcolm X, and Malcolm X is connected to Elijah Muhammad, and Elijah Muhammad is connected to Marcus Garvey. And then you're going to find too many things that you need versus what we want you to know.
Right.
We've never seen anybody shoot like Steph Curry and Jerry West and Clyde Frazier and Downtown Fred. You don't get a name like Downtown Freddie Brown shooting the ball close to the rim.
Craig Hodges.
Hodges, Dale Ellis. Look, don't play with me. But if I can just make you think we've only seen this, and when you speak up and against anything that is what we're saying, you are identified as a hater. And they get the people to buy into it. We've never, Michael Jordan is the best ever. I knew he was better than me. You don't become Magic Johnson thinking anybody better than you.
Right.
You don't become Larry Bird thinking anybody's better than you. So they get these clips and sound bites,
right,
and make you focus on now and never look back. And Craig Mack was out when EPMD was first starting. When EPMD
I heard that in the list.
6 years before that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And people don't know that.
But you don't know that. And you don't know that Craig Mack was the biggest star in the world on Bad Boy. How about this? Something that, this is how you know this whole thing with 50 was personal. Because if you were really trying to do justice to people, you'd have focused a little more on Craig Mack and said this. Craig Mack drew the Bad Boy label.
It looks like him.
Got paid for that.
Yeah.
It even looks like him.
You said he did or didn't get paid for that?
That's Craig Mack's art.
Art, yeah.
Bad Boy label. It belongs to Craig Mack.
Yeah.
But nobody talks, because this is how you know this is a smear campaign. This is a personal strike. This is some vendetta, because you're not trying to expose Sean. You're trying to embarrass and humiliate Sean. And he should be embarrassed. And if he did all these things, he should be embarrassed. He should be humiliated. But it's just certain things in this documentary documentary series that let you know it's personal. And I'm gonna take one thing in particular: the Tupac situation. I'm from a gang-ridden city. I say, and I don't want to hear about all this. You're in Chicago. No. When this was going on, Chicago was. Y'all think what y'all saw, y'all see every night, was insane. Like, remember, y'all heard about, man, there was 450, 500 people killed in Chicago last year, right?
Yeah.
During this time period, in 1994, there was 975 people murdered in Chicago. Wow. So don't tell me about no violence in Chicago now.
Right.
But they don't want you to look any further than the last 5 years, because then you realize, well, maybe it ain't that bad. Maybe it's not that bad. Cook County houses 9 million people. 450, 500 of them were murdered. It's horrible, but it's not a big number. If you had $3 million and somebody charged you $450 to get into a party, would you go, are you crazy? You'd be like, $450. So this is like the Tupac. That's what I was going to, the Tupac thing. They keep trying to blame this man's murder on Tupac. Man, God bless the brother's soul. But from where I'm from, a city that the movie Colors was originally supposed to be in, it's Colors here in Chicago. Hey, put it like this. This is how color-driven Chicago was. If you lived in a specific neighborhood, you could not wear a Chicago Bulls jacket.
Wow.
If you live in a specific neighborhood, you cannot wear an Orlando Magic jacket. Those are two rival gangs. You couldn't wear a home team jacket unless you wore the Black Bulls jacket. But you still might be in danger because it's still those two colors, black and red. So from where I'm from, there are a bunch of dudes at that period, in that time period, that would hurt you. And if you punch one of those dudes in the face, you probably weren't going to see the end of the weekend just like he did. Now, did Sean offer $1 million to somebody? Yep, probably so. I've heard too many people say it. Gene Deal and others people have said it. Other gang members have said it. But that night, he could have got a refund because
it was gonna happen regardless.
That was happening that night.
He not only punched that guy. You like curb stopping somebody in the middle of the casino, like in the middle of the hotel.
And this dude is a known shooter.
Yeah.
I could put you on the phone with some dudes who are known shooters. And if you'd said, if that guy would have got me jumped and we'd have saw him later that night, game over. So yeah, he may have wanted it. He may have even checked on it. But that ain't why that brother got killed that night. That brother got killed that night.
It was I think the fact that they even brought it up, it was gonna be tied to Diddy. Why else would you bring it up? Like, you had to. Now, Diddy in a room full of Crips, did he say, hey, I need this dude taken care of? And we all know Diddy is a talker. He over energetic. Like, if you say things in the wrong situations, it could lead to something. So I think it was just a lot of things happened on that day, on that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the things that was a consequence of what happened. So it was a lot. It was different factors.
Yeah.
But can you put it directly on him? No, but he had a part.
They try, of course, but you can't do it directly on him.
Yeah. Because if that fight don't happen, then you can say that.
Right. Then you say, okay, if it was just out of the blue and there was nothing that went down, then because it's still a little murky in the water. Like we've been talking about this since 1996. We almost had, This is and everything that we ever watched, anything that he was even in that era, they're gonna talk about it.
Oh yeah. It's still a hot button topic.
Yeah, like they said, I remember being at work. I wish I was exaggerating 1%. And this dude knew I like East Coast rap versus West Coast rap. I'm an underground hip hop guy till I die. And this dude walked into my office the day that Biggie died and said, West Side, we got y'all back. I was like, a grown man, a dude older than me.
Yeah.
I was like 28. He died in 97. So I was 27. I was 26, about to be 27. This dude was 27, about to be 28. And he said, West Side, we got y'all back. I was like, we?
What do you mean we?
To this day.
I'm not in this.
Right, exactly.
Dude ain't been across the Mississippi.
To this day.
As far west as he's been, you know what he has? I would assume as far west as that cat has gone is St. Louis.
Oh gosh.
Wow. I mean, and that was the beginning of like hip hop for me. Like I like both of their music. I didn't have any like side or the other, but I remember that was driving back from like a weekend camp, and I remember hearing it on the radio with Tupac. Same thing with Biggie, and Biggie was more just the aftermath of what already happened. Now, I do. Let's talk about that. Him, he had some fear of even being over there, which obviously something just happened in that city. Logically, would you go back there knowing everything that was going on, and Diddy supposedly forcing him to go there? I don't know. That was a lot in that situation, Wilkes.
Yeah, that's why it looks. Yeah, that's why that part looks shady. That's why 50 Cent put that in there to make it look like to try to re-cement. Try to re-cement what people said. Oh, P. Diddy got him killed because then there was rumors or heard that Biggie wanted his own record label. He wanted to go out and get artists and do his thing. And it was like, why would you take a man back to a spot where they told you don't step foot?
They warned him.
Told you don't step foot. But you go take one of your hottest rappers, one of your hottest people you got on the label, you go take him out there with you. And then now it's like he got a life taken. So yeah, they threw it in there so we could see it, just kind of re-cement that, Biggie,
we can tie the line, dot the I's, and
right. Like I keep telling you, Diddy got that man killed, kind of thing, But
and I would believe that before I believe the Tupac thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, because look, we all know you're more valuable in the record in the music industry. You're more valuable when you're dead.
You're right. Because we don't
and supposedly the album wasn't called Life After Death.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it was called before.
I don't know what. Yeah,
but that was like, I'm waiting on this album to come out. It's a double CD. Back then, kids and people watching, double CDs, that mean like you made it. All right. That means you were at the next level of rap if you came out with a double CD. And they had the book in there. I mean, it's the nostalgia of that album is crazy. And Bone Thugs on there, R. Kelly, like any artist you can think of that was hot during that time, he had them on there.
DMC from Run DMC.
Right. But when you see that coming out and you like Life After Death, and you're like, damn, dude just died, and now the album's called Life After Death.
This what you name? Yeah, this what you name it. Yeah.
And now I'm like wondering what was it called before, and what amazing marketing. Like again, Diddy is amazing at marketing, at getting his package delivered in a way that people want to find it, want to buy it, want to be crazy about it. Kind of similar to a Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones can package the hell out of the Cowboys. It don't matter if they won in 15. They can have that Thanksgiving Thursday game, no matter what. No matter how bad they are. Yeah, and they got a Christmas game on Netflix.
Let's go, baby.
Crazy.
Jerry said, I got to be a part of it, man.
Hey, like I am the NFL, okay? So the Cowboys better be on the most prime time game.
Roger Goodell just borrowing my ship, man.
Right, exactly. But A-Trap, you know, what do you know what the album was called before that, and what was kind of your thoughts?
That was education for me.
Yeah, him dying, and then the album called Life After Death, which made it even bigger.
Yeah,
right.
So just weird circumstances.
Was the art
weird coincidence?
And was the art cover the same with the hearse and him standing with the hearse? I mean,
right.
But see, the thing is, it made sense to call it Life After Death because remember,
Ready to Die was
Ready to Die.
Right
now, I'm living after I die. So this could be a Curtis Jackson creation.
Yeah.
Because, like Will said, the photos were taken.
Yeah.
But what we gonna call it? I mean, it meant something different because it was like Ready to Die, and it was like I'm ready to die, but now they made like look at the first video from Hypnotized. That's the first time you ever seen Small smile.
Yeah,
he was smiling in the video, halfway dance. His leg was broken, so he wasn't gonna be moving.
Yeah,
but he was smiling. So you know, we ain't see Small smile. He got Versace on. He wasn't wearing all the thugged out clothes. He was like, "Hey man, I'm here. I made it." So ready to, you know, life after death. I was ready to die, and this is the life after death. So again, this is how you package something. This Curtis is equally talented in regards to packaging things.
Yeah, man. I have underestimated, and I have not watched Power. I apologize to everybody if y'all like Power. I haven't watched it, but I have underestimated his ability to put together film, TV. I mean, he's got it. So, you know, shout out to him and the work that, you know, he was able to put in. And so the way this whole thing goes, all this footage was from a guy that was hired by Diddy. Supposedly, allegedly, Diddy didn't pay the guy. The guy ended up selling it to Netflix. And that was kind of the crux of this whole documentary, because he had people following him around during the trial and during the everything that was going on during that time. But I want to talk about this guy right here, the founder, who was one of the enablers of this whole, his Kurt Burrows. Give me your thoughts on him, Wilkes first.
Oh man, this guy, man! All of a sudden, you know, he's hurt, thrown to the side. And, you know, I didn't know what to think of this guy because it's like I honestly had never heard of him until this documentary. Really,
me either.
Never heard of this guy.
You own 25%, and I've never heard of you.
I never heard of you, man, ever. So apparently, Diddy was really trying to suppress you and pay you off or something because I never even heard of this guy. I didn't know what to think. I'm just like, who is this dude? Man? I didn't even bother looking him up, but it's just like,
me either. But,
okay, Fitty, where you find this guy? Because I don't know. I don't know this dude, man. Like I said, shame on me. You know, maybe my media mogul chops ain't the best, but yeah, I don't even know what to really say too much about this guy. But since that, like to me, he's still trying to get a bone. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, and he made one of the worst decisions ever. I mean, you own 25%. The label's going crazy.
Yeah, because he said he took his stock, so he took his stock.
He said, "I'll give it back to you." Like I would have ran out there. Like you knew who this guy was. You've been around him more than anybody. You've seen more than anybody. And I think he was one of those that I'm loyal and I believe that he's gonna do the right thing.
Right.
Nah, bro.
Nah, ain't happening.
Nah. So yeah, he probably did this whole thing. Like you said, he was homeless at one point. So I mean, he did this as another get back. I think a lot of people in this did this documentary to say this is what happened to me and this is my retribution, because they're not gonna get any money.
Right.
Like he's like Trump in that regard. You're not getting no money.
Yeah, that's all you get.
You're not getting no money. You're not getting no apology.
Maybe it's a New York thing, because I remember that first Third Base album. He said when they dissed the Beastie Boys, he said, "All y'all got is Newports and a jogging suit." So
Maybe.
But but again, it goes back to my first statement of the show.
Right.
It's the entertainment industry. We exploit women. We disregard men. We dominate talent. We bleed you of what's yours and give you nothing.
Dry.
Eddie Murphy is one of the few people in the history of this business to walk away primarily unscathed. He had the thing where he allegedly picked up the tranny, the trans person, LGBTQIE people. No disrespect, I'm an old man, so work with me. But when he picked up the LGBTQRIE person, and then that person came, it died out because Mr. Embarrass You in front of the world brought the trans person on the air, and the dude said, "No, man, he just gave me a ride. He never hit on me. He didn't even say anything to me. He told me where I was going. He dropped me off."
They were trying to hit him.
Yeah, he was like, I remember even Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington was accused of dating, trying to on the low date Sanaa them when they did that movie. Again, these are the people who got in, they get in. You only see Denzel Washington, you only see Eddie Murphy, and a few other people from Hollywood when they're promoting a product. When they're no longer promoting, they're not there. We did the Eddie Murphy documentary.
Yeah.
You seen Eddie Murphy since it came out?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So when you are in the limelight, they're gonna try to take you down. Eddie Griffin said it. You're not gonna leave this industry. Malcolm Jamal Warner is one of the few that's been clean. Felicia Rashad, clean. Debbie Allen, clean.
Yeah.
But by and large, you're gonna get it. And
somebody that somebody that you are in arm's reach of is gonna end up getting caught up into something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And shout out to Eddie for not being in any situations that have caused him to lose everything. Because there's plenty of guys that have lost everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Now having Wesley Snipes is one of those that lost a lot, and then thank God to Eddie, he ended up getting back into the films lately.
Eddie and Kevin Hart.
Right. Yeah. Oh, right. That True Story, I think, is what that was called.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And this is an ugly business, and this is why I wish I hadn't watched Power, because Curtis Jackson is a disgrace to the race. Yeah, he's put a lot of black actors in play. He's had a lot of black actors and actresses and writers in front of the world, so hopefully they'll get opportunities. But he also plays this game of embarrassment because he's in his feelings. He's a disgrace to the race.
And he also knows that that's what people want to see.
Mm-hmm.
So if you cater to the people and you get your revenge, like he's one of the happiest people in the world. Yeah. He was doing an interview and he was like, "So what do you think if Diddy watches this?" And he would say, "Oh, it's gonna be the best thing you ever seen." Like, nah, that ain't what he's thinking at all.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, like, the days are numbered that this is on Netflix. Because Diddy's he still has reach. And I don't know how much longer, but
if I was Diddy, I wouldn't even take it off. Show it. Because you know what, at the end of the day, he's a deviant. He seems to be the most wicked individual in the last 25, 30 years, because we still got Phil Spector, we still got Harvey Weinstein, and a million other people that nobody talk about, right?
Yeah.
But who gonna remember this in 6 months?
Right. It's gonna be just like they were trying to cook up on Tubi. They were trying to drop something on Tubi. It was like, I'm like, what is this? Like you said,
that was real. Yeah, that was a real. That looked real comical. Did he do it? I think that's what it was going to be called.
Yeah.
I was like, this ain't real. So that kind of deterred me from wanting to watch this, because I'm like, if this is what he's trying to come out with, he just trying to find a way to make a parody of.
Yeah, after New Year's, it ain't gonna be before Christmas. It ain't gonna be that hot.
Yeah.
It's top 10 at this time, but something else will come out.
Yeah, so this is entertaining, but if you really want to tell the truth on everybody. Who got baby? Who you got baby oil put on?
Oh yeah, because ain't nobody hands clean.
Right.
Ain't nobody hands clean.
Man. Right. And then let's do a little fact checking because this was brought up. Did Biggie pay for his own funeral? And that's been fact checked, and it's a no. So did he? Which was said in this that he paid for his own funeral, but the what's the guy that owns your assets when you die? What's the guy person called?
Like the estates.
The estate, yeah. The person that's over Biggie's estate was like, no, that didn't happen. Bad Boy paid for the funeral.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to get that out there because media is huge because you can easily post a video of that clip on TikTok, on any social media, and say it's fact. And not everything that was said in this, let's go ahead and say this, was not fact because it was a lot of opinion. It was a lot of what I seen. Mm-hmm. It was a lot of people telling their stories. And let's be honest, sometimes when you're telling a story, it's not always to the full length of the story or the truth of the matter. And so I think, especially with the Kurt Burrows guy, I know he was hurt. He had some things that he said, but some of it has already been, debunked. So
I watched this guy. What's this dude, man?
And again, there was a lot of him, the bodyguards, all these artists, like they seen stuff going on. You see a woman get beat, you see a woman get kicked on the ground, and you're like, oh well, that's just who he is. Like you just enable that person, you enable the monster. The monster just becomes a bigger monster.
And
you go on, you couldn't push him out.
Hey man,
stop.
What I'm trying to figure out is this. I mean, I'm not the big bad wolf by no means.
Yeah.
But during this period, I was probably at my physical peak. You know what I'm saying? 94, 95, 96. They say you're at your physical peak, truly. Physicians say you're at your physical peak between 28 and 30. 32. Yeah. But I was bench pressing the most I ever pressed in my life during this period. So I was probably physically the strongest I've ever been in my life. And I'm not saying this to make myself seem tough at all, not even 1%. But you'd have had to come in the room with something more than a bat to take $25 million from me.
Right.
Thank you.
Bat.
Thank you. You gotta have a gun with that bat.
Yeah.
Like,
you gave it. It wasn't like he forced me. It wasn't like you gave it because you trusted in him and you thought that there was some good in him. You thought that I know him way back, so I know, he would do the right thing. But we seen story after story, like the guy, Little Rob, I think was his name. The guy that said he was sore.
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean sore, bro? What?
And see,
I wake up and he in the bed sometime. What?
And he said he stayed there 2 Christmases, Thanksgiving. He misses, and it's all because he even said it. I wanted this opportunity because it would be on my resume and it would be something that he's a gatekeeper. And guess what? He never got paid.
And how about this, y'all? I'm gonna speak for both of you, and I'm gonna speak for 99.9% of the heterosexual men in the world. If I wake up sore and I know who did it, I would have did my segment of this documentary from the jail.
They would have been audio only.
That's why I killed them.
Right?
Yeah. So
that's why he's in the cemetery right now.
And then had a revelation. You know what? I think I must have been drugged. Then I guess I was under the influence of these drugs, sir. Stop.
Right.
And sometimes I wake up and Diddy would be in the bed. Hey man, hey.
And then he was like, well, sometimes, you You got to do stuff to get in the industry. You don't.
No,
That's what they tell you. You have to do.
You just stay poor.
Yeah. I'm good.
Hey,
Stay poor and stay unlubed. How about that?
Or you go independent. I mean, there's plenty of guys that went independent that didn't have to take the baby oil.
Hey, I know this one thing. I didn't see Styles P. I didn't see Sheik Luch, and I didn't see Jadakiss on this video.
Yeah.
They got out.
They didn't get no lube. Jadakiss wrote a couple songs for Puff.
Yeah,
he said he got his money.
Well, I thought the Locks as a whole didn't get. They probably didn't get what they should have gotten.
I don't know. Yeah, the group, I don't think they did, but
the group didn't. I'm just saying.
What's up, Denise? Thank you for tuning in. But I think some artists were willing to say, "All right, I know I'm not going to get what I'm worth, but let me leave with whatever I have. I still got my pen. I still got my talent."
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And they were bigger off of Bad Boy than they were on Bad Boy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then when you think of after Biggie died, that was when the Puff Daddy and the Family album, which I ain't gonna lie, I played the hell out of that album. It was good. It was good. But a lot of people was like, the dude had no talent. We all knew that. He wasn't a rapper. He was an executive. And that legendary source, man, that if you don't want your executive producer to be dancing in the videos, come on over to Death Row. I mean, that's gotta be like the biggest Source Awards probably ever. And that was the same one with Andre 2000 came up there, right? When he was like, the South got something to say.
South got something to say.
That was a crazy Source Awards. I would have loved to have been in the building.
I saw a video recently that allegedly Suge Knight was talking about Jermaine Dupri.
He was talking about Jermaine Dupri and not Diddy?
Not Diddy.
Wow.
Allegedly.
Wow. And that would be even crazy because, I mean, like the events that occurred after that whole comment is crazy. But yeah, you're right. You know, So Def was big at that time too, which Jermaine Dupri don't get a lot of respect. Shout out to Jermaine Dupri. He don't get a lot of respect for the artists and that he's found. And one thing we can say, Diddy is for everything that he is, he does have an eye for talent. There's a lot of artists that we've all listened to. We may still have the records, listening to it on Apple Music, YouTube, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, he has an eye for talent.
Yeah, he knows who to steal from.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, and everybody got the same story at the end. Yeah. Besides Lil Kim. I haven't heard Lil Kim say any stories about he never gave me my money, and I don't know if she just let it go and just moved on, but Mace has been vocal.
Yeah, I'm sure you got a few people that's just like on the Cosby thing. I'm sure you had a few people that are like, nah, no comment. Not gonna be
and he said he was talking about Diddy because JD wasn't doing half of what Diddy was doing. In the videos, I give you that.
But he was in the Brat videos. And he was in the.
He was there, like man, Diddy. I mean, Diddy was like dancing across the screen. Like he would be on this end and would be dancing on that end. I don't know if JD was in the videos, but I don't know if he was dancing like that.
He was there, but
he was there.
Neither Denise, but it's just I saw the video. That's all.
And who knows? Who knows? And there's a lot of even with the Keefe D thing and the audio and what was played, and then that ends up like fast forward into now. Is he in jail right now? Right? Or is he?
Yeah. You get out February 31st.
February 31st.
Never.
Yeah.
So let's get into this. The whole part about Cassie. With some of this stuff, I'm like, if any of this stuff is true, bro, this is nasty.
Yeah.
Ain't no other way to put it. It's just like I get it. Some people got that type of kink, I guess, but nah, not my woman. And I'm gonna watch my woman get basically plowed by some dude.
But okay,
I don't get that, man. I don't get it.
See. We're looking at it.
And maybe that was more. Okay, let me say this real quick. Maybe that was he seen that more of his property, and not his woman.
Exactly, man. Okay. Exactly. This is not my woman. She's my woman because I own her.
Right.
Okay. What's the difference in that and porn?
Just a reenactment.
Not your wife. No.
But that ain't his wife.
Yeah,
just a reenactment.
You're right about that. Because he probably would not do that with Kim Porter.
She wouldn't have it. From what they
were saying, she was more like, I'm your wife. If you want to go over there and do all that stuff, you can go over there with
your plans.
Right.
But again, like everything we've seen in this industry, again, back to what A-Trap said, when they're young, she was 19. When they're young and impressionable, and is Diddy of all people, she's seen or heard stories of everything he's done and people that he's given opportunities to. It just seems like she was willing to really do whatever.
Yeah.
Like whatever it took.
Yeah.
And that album, did that album ever come out on Bad Boy?
No.
I mean, it came out, but it was probably years and years and years after.
I never even knew. I never knew who she was. I just knew she was a little young girl next to him.
Yeah.
He was a toy, man. She might as well. He was disrespecting her to the point she may as well have been on a leash.
Yeah. True. And who knows? He might have the way he is. He might have went that far.
Yeah, man.
And the March 9th parties, I mean, like that's how you honor your so-called best friend.
Yeah.
You're somebody that you were cool with. Wilkes. And talk about that whole situation, man.
Yeah, the March 9th thing, like this, you freak offs on March 9th? This is what you're doing, man?
This is how you honoring somebody.
This is how we doing it now. You up for 14 days and you got flavored Coke. Like,
right. Ecstasy.
What's going on, man? What you doing, man? I was like, hey, if you up for 14 days, man, it ain't ecstasy, man.
Right. That's not even a binger. I don't know what you call that.
Like, you know what you're doing, but yeah, that's so weird, bro. It's just like
he was on like some Charlie Sheen type level.
Hey, but let's forget, man. I forgot the name of the rap group, Motley Crue. These dudes said they was mainline and Hennessy.
Yeah.
So this is this wicked industry, man.
Yeah, man.
It's just the latest character.
Yes. Yeah. Like it's somebody else to fit the mold.
Right.
Somebody else to fit the attire.
He wanted to be the rock star. He wanted to be whatever you want to call the biggest star. That's who he wanted to be.
I mean, everybody that was who's of who was there. I mean, they even flashed through the pictures and even the stuff you've seen outside of this documentary. They're like, damn, we partying with them? Like, they going to the party.
Your president used to be. I've seen an all-white party in the Hamptons, and your president was there.
Oh, I can believe it.
DiCaprio.
I can believe it. Yeah.
Who's who in stardom during that time?
And March 9th. This is how you commemorate it.
Yeah.
And see, this reminds me of, what this documentary and its selective persecution does? This is like when Michael Vick got in trouble and the whole Justice Department was like, we taking this dogfight thing down. And then they probably saw a couple of governors, a couple of senators, some millionaires and that. And they was like, we're going to get 18 months, just shut up. Then we'll make you rich.
Right. Exactly. Yeah,
they went after one person. They ain't even, I highly doubt they even tried. And it wasn't even his, by the way, people.
Right.
But you got to go after the name. You got to go after the biggest name.
Yep. Got to make somebody an example. Yeah.
And then the funny thing is, I'm telling you, the Michael Vick situation, not comparing it, it's just like the OJ situation. I watched that thing from top to bottom. People don't remember it was Michael Vick's cousin who was followed by the DEA. And they had already stopped fighting. He snitched up. Hey, man, I'll give you my big cousin.
Wow.
And he's the man. That's what people forget. And just like this Diddy thing, You mentioned it at the top of the docuseries. I mean, at the top of our episode. It's one dude who keeps reoccurring with the destruction of people in the music business. His name is CD. I ain't gonna say his name.
Yeah.
No, his name rhymes with Ive Bavis. Because I ain't got enough money for this country.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And nobody talks about it. How is it that George Clinton and my man Sly Stone just getting their money? I remember watching Unsung.
Yep.
Yeah.
They showed George Clinton contract, and bruh, my beard is fuzzier than the cover up and white out on that concert.
Yeah.
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 On that contract.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Again, man, I'm not excusing Brother Combs. And I'm gonna call him Brother Combs because I believe he is a deviant, but he was a person who was exposed. He was a vaginal dude. If you insert the other word, he king of the vaginals, exposed to power.
Yeah.
You put a vaginal guy in power, and this is what happens.
Yeah.
But he had to see it happen. He a dude from 110th Street in Harlem. He was a dancer.
Yeah.
Right. He know to do all this. What do you get flavored cocaine? What do you get baby oil?
Yeah.
Infused baby oil. He ain't just think that up.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely. You got the connection. You know where it's coming from. Yeah, exactly. It didn't just fall in your lap.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you allow somebody again with power, with money, you just become, somebody said this in a song, you just become more of the person just that you are.
Right.
And so you just keep up the ante until something happens.
Mm-hmm.
And if that video did not get released of him kicking Cassie in the hallway, we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. I highly doubt that would have gotten to this. But that was the icing on the cake. That was we all heard stories, but we have not physically seen it on tape. And that was it's over. At that point, I knew he was going to jail for some time. I knew it wasn't going to be no life, nothing like that.
And for those who say, man, he's ruined because of this. For one, at the top of this series, it says his mother has everything in her name.
Right.
Well, we can put it in his mother's name, right?
Right. And he only gonna be in there for 50 months, if that.
Because he already didn't serve 12 of the 50.
Right.
So
anything we've learned from this is that when he come out, it's on. He probably doing a whole tour.
I think he's done, but bruh, he didn't pay any of those. He didn't pay Cassie. The companies he were tied to did.
Right. Yeah.
So
he's just the guy. Yeah. He's the corporation that decides we're gonna put life insurance policies on everybody. So when y'all die, we get the money. That's the way business works. That's the way most people do it that are billionaires.
Right.
He just happens to be black and in the music industry.
Yep.
Guess what? It's people buying Ciroc in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Oh, absolutely.
Tomorrow night, it will be a lot of Ciroc drink.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Did he get released from? Is he still?
I think he got released. He got released.
I doubt if he didn't buy any stock in the company.
Right. I was going to say he still probably got stock though, but people still buying Ciroc. So,
and guess what? If he got released from the company, remember he got a $200 million hit from them.
Right.
Not to mention the money that he amassed through them up until that point. Not to mention all the money he beat out of his artists.
I mean, it's like with Jared. People still eating Subway.
Man, ain't nobody stop eating them damn sandwiches.
Right. NFL making commercials. Like, stop, man.
Hey, and people listening to everything Bad Boy since he been in jail or probably even during the trial. his numbers is going crazy. The streaming numbers is like off the chart.
He gave them their money back. He gave them their rights.
Oh, to the artist.
He get like a year ago, like maybe 8, like right after that Cassidy thing went live.
Yeah,
he gave everybody their stuff.
Yeah,
so he ain't getting too much money off of it, but Sean Combs he's going to go unscathed with this.
Oh yeah, just by the verdict, like that. Yeah. That's, I mean, it's a long time if you there every single day, day after day. But on the larger scale, that's not a lot of time.
Yeah, you already know somebody big ain't waiting for the interview when he get out.
Oh yeah,
because he's supposed to
be. Or if they don't interview him while he's in there.
I think he's gonna be on the end of the bench when he get out.
Hey, he could be at Madison Square Garden, front row.
Yeah, man. Hey, same, man.
But yeah, man. And then they touched on the the Making a Band, which became a huge hit, and they made a really good point in this. You already had the rap, you already had hip hop, but in order to also gain a bigger audience, MTV, everybody was watching MTV. URL, I think it was called TRL.
TRL.
Yeah, like they had so much that him doing this Making a Band, which I think he did 3 different seasons of it, it just gained even a bigger audience.
And then they had him on, it wasn't American Idol, but it was another show he was on.
Mm-hmm.
Was it American? It was
something like that.
It was on something.
Something about the music. It was on Fox, but I don't remember what it was. He did that for a minute.
Yeah.
2 seasons of it.
Yeah. I mean, when you have an eye, an ear for talent, like you're going to have opportunities, until you die. Because people want to know, people want to hear your opinion. They want to hear what you think. Right? They want to, hey, listen to this artist.
This is how you know it was a smear campaign. His son needs to be locked up too.
Just
right. You said that last week. The shooting of, what was that guy's name? G. They didn't give his full name.
Yeah.
But that was like a whole nother thing. I'm like, what does this dude do? They didn't really touch on that, but
exactly.
He wanted to have that persona, which he did. Like, fear me. Do what I say, or you got the chances of dying.
Oh yeah.
And then the Capricorn, that's a name for you right there. Capricorn Clark. She was kidnapped.
Chill out.
That was your friend. Like y'all, the way she portrayed it, they was friends. Now, if Diddy was to talk about it, that probably wasn't his friend. You work for me. Right. But they kind of blurred some lines. When you start blurring lines, things, and I think that's kind of how her story wasn't possibly believed by the jury. But
kind of hard to believe you got kidnapped by somebody you say is your hero.
Right. He kidnapped me.
And then Kid Cudi, that's who Cassie. I don't know. I'm starting to think, man. I know you started off young, but I'm starting to think like, where's she at upstairs, Cassie? Like at some point, man, you had involvement in it. Is it all on you? No, but part of it's on you. Like, and you knew who this guy was. Again, most of these people knew who he was. It wasn't like I just met the guy, so I didn't know this is what he had the ability to do. So people just continue to let this dude get away with a pass, and then when things like come to a head, they're like, "Oh, I didn't know it was going to get that bad."
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like you didn't think the monster was going to be the monster,
right?
I mean, I can only speak from my personal experience. Never had anybody put any infused baby oil on me. I didn't wake up sore anywhere. But
sore, and Diddy was next to me.
But I can remember hanging with a older crowd, and I had to put hands on one of the older guys. I was a relatively strong younger guy because I played football. So this older guy couldn't really be as fit. He he basically jacked me up because he had experience fighting. He just couldn't manhandle me. He beat me up. I ain't hang around those cats anymore. It was like, so you gonna, y'all watched him as he tried me, and we were supposed to be buddies. He was bullying me, and I was like, I ain't for the bully. You got to beat me up. But he knew he was in a fight, and I stopped hanging with those guys. Freshman year in high school, somehow I ended up in a senior gym class. I don't know how. And it was these dudes, they were seniors. And this one dude, he was a junior in that class, and he tried to bully me. And they stood up. They was like, what's up, man? They leave him alone. Yeah. And me and old boy was friendly initially. And I never said, he tried to apologize. Back then I had a mean streak in me, deep as the Grand Canyon and wide as the Great Wall of China. I mean, long as the Great Wall of China, so it wasn't going to happen. Yeah. So I'm just going on my experience. When you violate me or attempt to, I'm not rocking with you anymore. And I'm really talking about little boy D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And really,
oh man,
all of our parents had that conversation.
Right.
Like, look, if the bully comes to you and you just allow it to happen, it's going to keep happening. You're going to have to stand up to the bully. And I think, I'm going to say this, in today's culture, I'm going to get your opinion, people stand up to the bully, but it's like 20 years later, which doesn't mean it didn't happen, but it does. Like, everybody, and almost everybody's mind, it's like, why didn't you say this maybe just 10 years earlier? Because it starts to murky the waters when it comes to the story.
When you start getting paychecks.
Yep. Right. Somebody getting paid more or getting more money or start getting reverence.
What's up, man?
Anthony.
Hey, how's it going?
But yeah, there's been, man, plenty of people in this that they knew what was going on. They knew. They just decided not to.
That's what I was saying when I was watching. I'm like, and just like with the Cosby thing or anything, R. Kelly, whoever, before R. Kelly, something in the 70s, whatever. But it's just like, it could be the Bill Clinton thing, whatever it is, Epstein, whoever. The fact is, if you got dirty dealings and there's small pockets that have been revealed, it's like now you waiting 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years later. I'm like, I mean, I don't know. I guess I never understand that side, but I'm just like, but you're not saying anything. You're not doing anything. Now all of a sudden, you're traumatized. I got PTSD. You're making me relive. I haven't read this since it happened. If I got raped, I don't know that I got raped. What are you saying, lady? Audrey.
Yeah.
There's only one lady in this whole thing that I give credibility to because she went to the authorities immediately.
Yeah.
Lady who said she threw up when she saw him in Times Square.
Yeah. She really, and you could tell how that hurt her immediately because she was like talked about her family and everything. And I think that people probably were afraid because they think what could have happened, what he would have done, and those are possibilities. But I think there's also people on the label that knew stuff was going on and could have vouched for these people.
Absolutely. And honestly, I think a lot of people just don't want to be. If they do know, it's like, hey, I don't want to talk about this. Like,
I don't want to be involved.
Do not come to me about this documentary. No, I'm not talking about shit. Don't put my name in it. Don't even put in there, we reached out to so-and-so, but they declined.
Right,
hey.
Right. And there was a few people, like A-Trap, you said it, the Locks, Lil Kim, Faith. Like none of those early Bad Boy Total.
Faith Evans.
I knew Mace wasn't gonna do it. Mace already kind of spoke his piece, but yeah, man. But and then also like Eric Sermon been doing some interviews and stuff lately, and he said he heard Biggie, and he was like, "Nah, I don't really like this." So I mean, like that's crazy. I mean, and that's when you look back on it, it's crazy that people had the opportunity to hear Biggie, and they was like, "Nah, we're not feeling it."
Funny man, I did not like Juicy the first time I heard it. I was like, oh my man, it's too dope for. See, because
he was becoming commercial and
right, we thought he was gonna go that way. We were like, really?
Yeah.
right.
Really, man, dude. It's like when I heard Juicy, imagine listening to NWA and then Ice Cube make that. You
Right.
like,
Right. Yeah.
what?
Yeah, Ice Cube make I Need Love. You're like, what?
Right.
What?
You?
Like, what? I mean, dude, his first song was I was a terrorist in the public school era. Bathroom passing, cutting classes, squeezing asses. Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. A chubby nigga on the scene. I used to have a tray deuce and a deuce in my bubble goose. Now I keep a Mac in my knapsack. And then he goes to Juicy. It was like,
but it was the Tupac MO.
Right.
Like Tupac, that first single was gonna be a party single. It was gonna be one of those that everybody want to hear. Then that next one was gonna be a little harder, and then the whole album was gonna be filled with songs.
Yeah.
But Diddy took that MO of Tupac to really kind of help that first album.
Right.
So as much as he didn't like him or he was jealous or whatever, like he knew what worked.
Yeah.
And he took that and ran with it.
They know Tupac fans will be living this and loving this. So they had to homeboy had to throw this in there.
Oh, of course.
Overall cast is king until you disrespect the gatekeepers in music in Hollywood.
Pretty, you know what? I will align myself with what Knox just said. I mean, excuse me, Anthony just said. I forgot Knox. I don't know this Knox.
Anthony.
Yeah, but I'm
you still Knox to me though.
Yeah, he's Anthony to me. But I'm aligning myself with what Knox said, because to affirm what Knox said, he was getting away with all this.
All right.
We didn't know about remember the Cassidy thing is in 16.
Right.
That video?
Yes, that is from 2016 or 2017, something like that.
That video been on the wraps for
8 years later.
Yeah,
but it's amazing how that came out right after he sued the people who distribute Ciroc for an additional $300 million.
Right.
Then his name becomes mud.
You know how much money he slid that hotel not to show that? Hey, man.
How much they paid that hotel to get that video? Like they had the double it.
Yeah, all of it. Yeah.
The minute I seen that, I was like, it's over, man. Like it ain't no like, oh, it's too fuzzy to know if it's him. It was him in a towel. Yeah. In a towel, this dude running down the hallway in a towel.
Hey man, if nothing else, he should get a sponsorship by the people that make them towels that wrap around you. Because I can't walk from the bathroom to my bed.
That's what I'm saying.
My mind falling off. Ran through the hallway and kicked
through the hallway, stomping her, and then dragging her. I'm like,
yeah, man. Like they say on the internet, my relationship not like that towel. I don't want it.
If it's not as tight as that towel,
if we ain't tight like that, I don't want it.
Man, hey, that was wild. All right, y'all. So let's get to some final thoughts. Mike, rating. Sean Combs, The Reckoning. A-Trap, come to you first.
Sean Combs, The Reckoning. It should be a door opening to exposing the pedophilia, the exploitation of women, the destruction of humanity that is in the world of entertainment. But in my opinion, it was distorted by this clear revenge mission by Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. Because don't tell me about an individual, tell me about the situation. Because
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Go ahead, Wilkes. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's what I was saying. I mean, this was supposed to have been about how many days before he got arrested, blah, blah, blah. But you squeeze it in how he ran his business and the Pac and Biggie and the West Coast. And man, we done been through all that, man. We already know. It's just like, We get it. It's definitely one of, it's like, yeah, you want to be serious, but you're still being petty too, man. It's a revenge tour.
King petty.
Yeah, you trying to find anybody that's willing to speak up, speak against. Now they out his reach. Oh, don't worry, he gone for a minute. And it was just like, dude, are you gonna tell me about the events leading up to it? Because all this right here is not nothing new. It was nothing new. That's why I didn't like the second episode. I'm just like, talking about this Big and Pac thing again. We talking about this West Coast. We talking about Pac, going down there to meet him and shoot him and beat him up. Come on.
The whole Quad City. I mean, like, man, we done heard that story.
I heard it 1,000 times. Like, stop, man. You ain't doing nothing new, man. You ain't did nothing different.
I used to believe Sean Combs and a group of dudes rented cars to drive to Vegas.
Come on, man. Stop, man. Like, what? Why are we paying drivers from Harlem, different people to drive? Stop.
From New York. And here's the thing. I made that drive from Rhode Island to Phoenix.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. So
it's like 2 days, probably.
It took us longer because we kicked.
It might be a little longer, but yeah, it's insane.
Hey, what's your rating?
Oh, me or A-Trap?
A-Trap.
3.5.
3.5. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, A-Trap did better than me. I gave it a 3, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I felt like it gave some details kind of his upbringing, and then when it got to the Cassie episode, I was just disgusted. I mean, like, to each his own. That's what you want to do. That's fine. But for it to be on here, man. But for I don't know, if I was him and I was watching this, I would be disgusted with myself. This was some of the, the things that were said. But I think as people that are this famous and people that have this much power, I don't think things like for us, we see this was about us, we would be embarrassed. We would probably be meddling over it. People at this status, I don't think they get affected like that. So I don't know. Who knows what Diddy's response will be when he gets released, and maybe do a sit down with 50. I mean, that'll get probably do it on Club Shay Shay. Yeah, do it on A-Trap.
Yeah,
into the bench.
We don't need 50. do it on Club A-Trap.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go with a 3.5. I felt like it was entertaining. If it was put together well. He got people from the woodworks that I didn't even know existed. So,
right.
Shout out to him on that respect. But yeah, I'll give it a 3.5.
Let's think about this. He'll be home in 3 years. Who gonna be thinking?
If that, yeah,
right. Because I figured they're gonna do. I honestly, I don't know if he's gonna do all of it. I mean, he'll be house arrest.
No,
yeah,
I don't think so. I mean, he could be, teaching classes. He could get off on good behavior. I don't think he could serve all of it.
I mean, but think about it. He's already 14 months in.
Yeah, true. So now that's what, 35, 36?
Yeah, that's 3 years.
Yeah.
That's gonna go by like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, next thing you know, you're gonna be doing interviews. Somebody gonna get it. Oprah gonna be there. Gayle King, somebody.
And I'm only throwing them softball questions, unlike Gayle King. Remember that, Diddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Gayle King had R. Kelly sweating. He was like punching the air. He was like Omar Gooding and Boys in the Hood.
Hey, little fun fact. That is pure Chicago, and this motherfucker bullshit. That's what everybody in Chicago is.
Yeah. Boy, calm down, boy.
Man.
Yeah,
boy, that is collective. Get your pussy ass out of here in Chicago.
Right.
So y'all wasn't rocking with R. Kelly?
No. I'm talking about that interview with Gayle King.
The way he was acting.
Y'all can fly up here tonight, and I can take you anywhere in Chicago to do doing that same shit.
Yeah, man. This boy, your man, is he with you? Get him out of here.
Right. Whose man's is this?
Yeah.
She was like, Robert, you can sit down now.
Right. That man was a clown ass dude in Chicago. We was like,
Robert, you can sit down now.
Y'all, man. I told y'all the story.
When I saw it, I couldn't even believe it. I was just like, what's he doing, man?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, I told y'all the story the first time I heard R. Kelly, right?
I don't think so.
It used to be.
I don't think so.
He was with the public announcement. You got that vibe. Remember that song?
Yeah.
I literally was walking across this street called North Avenue by my crib, going to my man Big P crib. And the traffic was a 2-lane street, well, 4-lane traffic, 2 this way, 2 that way. 2 this way, they went vibe, 2 cars. And the rest of the song was going east. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go to P crib.
Yeah.
I said, man, who is this vibe dude? I keep hearing, like, when I'm on my street, vibe, then north, vibe. I get to North Avenue, 2 lanes, vibe. I get vibe. I'm like, what the fuck? What is this? I get to my man P crib because that was his vibe. No pun intended.
No pun intended.
Right.
I said, man, what's with this vibe dude? And they go, oh, man, that's the dude who used to perform on the train. He used to be on the L. Perform. And I used to walk past R. Kelly every day.
Wow.
I was like, oh, that's dope. The very next dude that walked in the crib, his name's Ernest Walker. What's y'all on? Let's talk about the vibe, dude. He blowing up, man. I mean, I was like, this dude from the train, he blowing up. Oh, man, you know he still be up at the high school messing with those little girls. Swear to God.
I believe it.
Swear to God.
They was, there's stories of him like pulling up to the high school, walking through the halls. Picking out which one he wanted.
Yeah.
No, actually, I know somebody. Tierra told me she went to Hyde Park High School, which is down the street from Kenwood, where they said he was. She said, my man used to be at the McDonald's, man, in the parking lot, man.
Crazy.
So
parking lot pimping with the high school, man.
And it's like, it's like saying, Muhammad Ali used to get punched in the head.
No.
Right.
Not really.
Yeah, right.
For real? And even when that story first broke, again, collectively Chicago, which was that Tony Yayo. Y'all the fuck?
Yeah. Y'all just figuring that out.
Right.
And man, first 2 songs is age ain't nothing but a number.
He was messing with Aaliyah. She was under 18 or 18. I don't remember it, but hey, that whole situation was with her parents and all that. That was all weird. Again, you trust somebody that, hey, this is R. Kelly. He done did this for all these other artists.
Nah.
Go ahead, have my daughter. She, he could do right by her.
That's what you're saying.
Psych.
Right.
All right. What's you've been talking about the next episode of the End of the Bench.
I got 2 coming up. One is gonna be called The Masses. And not booties. The masses, because I want you to think about this. Have you ever heard of a story, a narrative, a book, a play, a movie, a TV show, a haiku, where the masses were right?
No.
And the second one is going to be called A Tribe Called Us. And that one is about how we have systematically we have been duped into separating ourselves. Like Wilkes has a wife and children. He has a child outside of his wife. I'm quite sure his wife does not introduce him as her stepson. She said, "This is my son."
Right.
Why are we using terminology like stepson, half brother, half sister? Yeah. We used to introduce our mother's friends as our aunts. Right. Now we say, that's my mother's friend. We continue to separate and then wonder why it's not like it used to be. Because when it used to be, that was my aunt. That's my cousin. Right. That created a tribe. That created a community. That created universal love through everybody. So those are my next 2 episodes. Them Asses and A Tribe Called Us.
Definitely. Tune in, the End of the Bench Media. Make sure to check that out. Make sure to subscribe to all the channels you see scrolling at the bottom.
Hit that like.
Hit that like, subscribe, click that notification bell so you can be on top of everything each channel has coming out. And then next week, we're gonna go to High Horse, Black Cowboy.
Is that on Amazon? I think I saw that.
Peacock.
Yeah. Peacock.
It's like very High on the Hog-esque. I don't know. Maybe the same people that might have did this, but I'm already ready for it, looking forward to it. Yeah. So let's play this preview. You want to go ahead and close us out, A-Trap?
Before we close out, hey, I know why that movie was what it was last week. That was a Jordan Peele movie.
You talking about After the Hunt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense. Hey,
now
you may like that, Wilkes. It's
I watched it.
Okay.
I was out of town, but I watched.
Yeah. You in New York? You don't gotta.
Yeah.
Right.
But man, he Wilkes, he Ben, I'm Rap, we're dope. Y'all need to hit like, share, tell a friend, 2 fingers, 1 word. We are.
Peace.
If there were no black cowboys, then America would not exist.
Ride on, King Jesus.
What, you want proof?
No man can deny me.
The black cowboy was intentionally removed from the story so that we can create the myth of the American white cowboy.
As soon as cowboy became a cool thing was exactly when they took that from us.
You know, white people really got some nerve.
When you say cowboy, I don't think a Lone Ranger.
The actual real Lone Ranger was a black man.
Land is everything. Land is freedom. Land is power.
It was just stolen. That's a heist.
What you don't want to be known, you erase it.
All this right here, y'all gonna have to rework that.
Country music is black music. Has it been stolen? Has it been heisted? Is there anything black people have made that hasn't been heisted?
You rewrote the history. We are just going back and straightening the story out.
To reclaim what was stolen from us, we have to tell everyone.